Today, August 5th, 2025. Today, I just want to. My EON is brought to you by former athletes who are still current athletes who say, we're the new media, we're this, we're that, and we're going to be different than every other journalist in the history of the world because we played, we whatever, we did this and we did that. Well, you guys, let me say this, speak the same, sound the same as guys like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith with personal vendettas and all this other stuff on people. I'm not going to say not everything I'm going to mention is a personal vendetta. It's just a thing to get attention. That's your point, and I get it. In order to be big in media specifically more than any other thing, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Any publicity is good publicity, no matter negative, or indifferent. Actually, indifferent is the worst. You have to say like, wow, this guy is the best player ever. Because you know why? It's going to get clicks and everyone's going to be like, what is he saying? Or you have to say, this player he's meaningless on the team. He's a waste of a space. It doesn't even mean anything. Because why? To get your attention. Now, when you say, I disagree with a lot. Like when Andrew Wiggins, when she was someone I remember said a couple years ago, I wouldn't trade him for a bag of peanuts or something. And it's like, yeah, you're gone too far, and obviously it's exaggeration. Yeah, you're trying to get attention. Stephen A. Smith is the best at getting attention. We always talk about what he says. We say what he just said was ridiculous, but all he cares about when you said what he just said, good. And people like that. Not people like that. People watch it. And that's all that matters. And Draymond Green gets up there and says, we're the new media. No, you're not. You're the same thing. You're the same thing. It's like, that championship was an FU to the world. Well, yeah, you're trying to get attention when you say that. You're right, exactly. You analyze basketball, and anybody could like analyze it. The guy on YouTube analyzes football very well. Just as well as you do. But I played the game. Okay, so what? So what you played the game? Cam Newton is fourth and one thing. He says things to get attention. When he says Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback, okay, he's allowed to analyze the game. Good, you get attention. And then when people answer back to him, that's the point about him is he's become the guy. He's become a Charles Barkley. Everybody hates on Charles Barkley. Says when I go to the media, I'm not going to be like Charles. Well, you are. You are. People have done that. People have done that. AKA Draymond Green. That's all you do. So you're the same as everybody else. Everyone's going to say, well, I'm doing it too. Yes, that's the point. I'm doing it. And guess what? I want to do it. But I'm not on that level. I got 62 subscribers as of today, August 5th, Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. I ain't big. Nobody cares about me, what I have to say. Besides for K-Dog, Cass. Cass, you care what I have to say. Everybody else might respond, might comment, but at the end of the day, they're going to move on. Cass is the only guy that's going to be like, yo, I care. That's the only guy. That's my number one fan. Everybody else is going to be like, okay. I'd say there's a few sprinkle in there. I'll give you that. Here and there, there's a few guys. But most guys are going to be like, I don't really like, my life doesn't make a difference whether I listen to this dude or not. But Stephen A. Smith goes, what Stephen A. Smith said yesterday, what Draymond Green said yesterday, what Cam Newton said yesterday. So you guys are the same. And by saying that, let's bring up what you said. You said Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback in the league. And guess who wasn't a quote-unquote top 10 quarterback in the league because bitter Jet fans back in the day in 2003? Oh, I remember. Yo, the dude, what's his name? He had 2 Super Bowl appearances, he had 2 Super Bowl championships, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. But, I remember his name. Oh, he was the quarterback for what team? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say he's going to have the same career as that guy. Well, I doubt it, but you never know. But people just like, he was second in MVP. That's not good enough. It's like, oh, but that was a joke that he was second in MVP. Well, he was second in MVP. That's a fact. People say he didn't deserve an MVP. But you know what? It says his name on it. He was second. He wasn't first, so he was never an MVP. But that guy in New England was no second in MVP. I didn't mind. No, he wasn't. And as of right now, the first couple of years of his career, his first 2 Super Bowl appearances, He was quote unquote, I believe he's quote unquote better statistically saying too. But guess what? I'm not going to say he's going to be that good. He's not. But guess what? At the end of the career, Tom Brady has got 7 championships. You know why? And we count them all. We count 2001. We count his last one in Tampa. And we count everything. And people say, well, we shouldn't. Well, those are the rules. You don't play to lose. You don't play to throw 500 yards. Tom Brady throws 500 yards against Philly. He's saying that it was his fault. Tom Brady throws 2 picks against Seattle. Everybody's celebrating New England and saying he's Super Bowl MVP and he deserved that Super Bowl MVP. I've watched that game. But guess what? This is what it is. You win the game 3-0 and you go 19-0. Now it's 20-0 because of 17 games. Guess what? You're a Super Bowl champion quarterback. You're gonna be in the Hall of Fame if you keep doing this every single game. And if you score 41 points and lose every game, you're gonna be a loser. That's how it works. Is it fair? I keep saying life sucks. It's not fair. It's not. Yeah, welcome to life. It's not fair. Jalen Hurts, he gets paid all around him the whole money. Everyone says the salary cap's gonna kill him. Well, guess what? With he taking off the salary cap, they win the championship and say, oh, his team is too stacked. This dude can't win. This dude got benched in college. But I believe he took over to as well or whatever. This dude got benched in college. This guy went to Oklahoma. He was a third in Heisman, I believe. I'm not sure if he was definitely on the Heisman finalist in that show. He went to the show in New York, I believe. But he didn't make excuses. This is how it is. I'm going to have to change teams and figure it out that way. He got drafted in the 2nd round. Okay? Troy Aikman. I saw statistics. For that time, he wasn't the greatest. But guess what? He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's in the Hall of Fame with ease. Everybody throws him in the Hall of Fame. Eli Manning's going to be thrown to the Hall of Fame as a 500 record. This guy wins more than Eli Manning. This guy has better statistics when it comes to running and passing than Eli Manning did. This guy throws picks. He doesn't throw like that. This is how it is. The haters hate. You know what they hate? They hate winners. They're jealous of people who have good teams. They're just jealous. And that's what it is. This guy finds a way to do it. Now, he's made the playoffs every year as a starter. This guy had it. I'm not going to say he's a perfect player. But when it's all said and done, he's going to the Hall of Fame if he continues just to make the playoffs every year. Because his 2-time Super Bowl appearances, he goes toe-to-toe with the best quarterback of his generation. Eli Manning beat the best quarterback of his generation twice. Everyone says he beat Brady twice. Well, he went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes twice in a big game. But he was a runner. He got pushed. He got his butt pushed. So what? There's no excuses. Say, if you take him. No, you wouldn't. No, they wouldn't win. There's a reason why he wins and no one else does. Enough with this whole thing. Well, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Yeah. Joe Burrow has great receivers. Joe Burrow, he's not overrated. Justin Herbert. Enough. You have Jim Harbaugh now. You make the playoffs, you lose. You do the same thing with the other coach. But he had... Shut up. You had Keenan Allen, who was a great receiver before you showed up. You have your teams. This is your team. Now deal with it. I can't do it. I stink at football. I can't throw the ball 5 yards. We're talking about NFL players. It's enough. Enough with this garbage. The team won a Super Bowl before him. Well, they were kind of on hiatus like 2 or 3 years before him. Gosh. Enough with this. So Cam Newton says he's not top 10. Then you get upset when someone says something. Okay, so you want to be a media out, you want to be a media guru. Good for you, be a media guru. But this thing about Justin Herbert, it's insanity. It's just like, dude, this guy will be a Super Bowl MVP forever. I got my video out. Go watch that video. He's a Super Bowl champion forever. But you sit here and say he's garbage. I didn't say he's garbage. Yes, you did. You know who you said. You said he's garbage. He's a waste of space. Anybody could do what he did. No one could do what he did. Not nobody, but not everybody. What are you talking about? It's enough. It's like it's a different world. And by the way, when you have a different quarterback, you play a different style, so it's a different way to think. It's a different way to play. But this is how it is. And the guy in New England back in the day, people said he was a game manager. And then suddenly 2007 shows up and he's the best quarterback statistically, and the best quarterback year statistically in the history of the game at that time. Because he doesn't make excuses. And then they trade the guy that because they had a big receiver. He goes to the tight ends out of nowhere. He changes. And then I remember the year Wes Welker was gone. Everybody was gone from that team. Gronk was hurt for the year. Obviously, we're not going to say his name, but he unalived somebody. Remember that guy? And nobody's on the team anymore. When nobody's on the team, suddenly they're in the conference round going 12-4. I'm not going to sit here. He didn't have his best year of his career, but he make excuses. This is what it is. It's excuses. If he had his. No. It's the same thing in basketball if he had it. Okay? This is your team. Deal with it. Now go out and win. I'm done. Have a good day.